Hi, I'm Guo Cheng Guang, 13 years old, second and one for NS High School. And over here, the lesson that we're having is about ordinary differential equations. So in this part, ordinary differential equations, we take a look at this example that we have here. And the pattern looks very familiar. So what's so familiar about this pattern? So if we can recall what we have learned before, this pattern is actually about x to the power of n, then the nth derivative of y with respect to x. So in this case, what we're going to do is we let x be equal to, let's say for example, e to the power of t, okay? So e to the power of t. Now we have two of these functions here. So we're going to differentiate them by using dx is d over dx and dt is d over dt. So we're going to separate these functions like this. So in this case, here x to the power of n, then the nth derivative of y would be, so in this case, dt minus 1, dt minus 2, all the way until dt minus n plus 1. So basically this is just that pattern over here. So let's take a look at this part. First of all, we can write them in the d form, or the operators form actually. So here will be x cubed d cubed, then you add 2x squared d squared minus x d plus 1. And here you have your y. Alright? So from this part, wait, did you realize something might be missing here? For this part, there is a y all the way at the back. Since you're just taking this y out, if you want to write in the form just now, you remove this y. So if you have realized it, then good for you. You have learned this properly. If you haven't learned it properly, then I think you need to revise more about it. Okay? So this part is equal to still x squared. Then using this method over here, we're going to let x be equal to e to the power of t. And differentiate these two parts. Okay, so this is what we get. So basically these three d's are all dx. So you can transfer them into this form here. So for the first term that we're going to have will be dt minus 1, dt minus 2. Then for the second part will be 2 dt minus 1. Then you subtract dt, they add 1. And then your y, here you also need to change into e to the power of 2t. Okay? So this is the part you're having. So for this first one, you're going to need to expand the whole thing. So at first, you look at these two parts first. dt squared becomes cubed because of this extra y outside. Then minus 3 dt becomes a dt squared. Then you add 2, but you need a dt. Alright? So then add 2 dt squared, then minus 2 dt, then minus dt, then add 1, then y. Then it will be equal to e to the power of 2t. Then after that, you combine the parts that you can put together. And this is what you get. So the next part will be y. You divide this whole thing to the other side. Well, sort of divide. You can't actually do that, but you're just assuming as if you can use that method. Just because you're thinking, here this t is about differentiation. So when you put it in the opposite way, it becomes integration. So then you need to find out what this denominator factorizes into. So we can use factor theorem, which you leave f dt be equal to dt cubed minus dt square minus dt then plus 1. So let's go look at what if we put 1 inside. So you get 1 minus 1 minus 1 plus 1, which is actually a 0. So basically this part you can have it. So 1 will be dt minus 1. Then the remaining part, you can just use this polynomial division, or you can just think. So dt, you want to make this, then you need a dt squared, then you minus 1, alright? So you do get a minus 1 over there. So afterwards you don't have, so minus 1. You can use that way, but it is extremely long. If you use this way, did you realize that it is much faster? So there, that's what you should get at last. Then after that, you can start integrating. So when I start integrating, I can start with this part here, which will give. So first of all, you can just put this below. Then here will be e to the power of negative t. Then integrate e to the power of 3t dt. So what will happen to this part is, well, of course, basic integration, 1 over 3 e to the power of 2t over dt minus 1, then square. Alright, so next part with the dt minus 1, which I'm going to write it below. So for this part that I have there will be 1 over 3. So in this case, e to the power of t. Then inside it is e to the power negative t times e to the power of 2t will be e to the power of t. And so dt. Then below here becomes dt minus 1. And so it will be equal to 1 over 3. So basically this just does nothing, since this part you find is only a 1. So it will still remain as e to the power of 2t. Then dt minus 1. And then you can just have it again, which is actually pretty much the same thing. So what you get will be 1 over 3 e to the power of 2t. But wait, is this our final answer here? Do you think it's a final answer? Actually, no, this is not our final answer. Our question gives us in terms of y and x. But here, what we get is y in terms of t. So we have to change the t into 1 over 3 x squared using the substitution back inside. So that means y here will be 1 over 3 x squared. So let me just verify this in case you don't think it's right. Like, how is it so simple? So here will be our verification. So first of all, you get y is equal to 1 over 3 x squared. So dy dx would be, so differentiate 2 over 3x. Then the second derivative will give you just a constant. Then the third derivative just gives you a 0. So actually this part is just useless here. It's just like to disturb you that it looks so hard. But actually what comes out of this is 0. So we already have these 4 parts. So x cubed, then the third derivative plus 2x squared, and then the second derivative, then minus x first derivative, then you plus y, and it's equal to, wait, do you know? No, we have to verify it, so we can't just directly write that it is equal to x squared. First of all, let's start this aside. So this part 0, you get 0 first. Then from here, it is 2 over 3, so it is 4 over 3 x squared. Then from here, 2 over 3, so you get minus 2 over 3 x squared. Then from here, y will be your plus 1 over 3 x squared. So try to figure this out. 4 minus 2 plus 1 will be a 3. So 3 over 3 you get x squared. So it is the same as before. So basically you have verified it. Alright? So you have already verified. So the verification just is simple. So I hope that you can understand so far for this lesson, and I'm going to end it here. So if you like our video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We will see you in the next lesson. Thank you for your watching.